Thank you for joining us in this Kum Nye series number 6 called Lightening Thoughts. We will do exercises from Tartan Tulku Rinpoche's book Kum Nye Relaxation in Tibetan Yoga, and we will be doing exercises 17, 70, 54 and 99. We hope you have a good time. Thank you very much. Let's start with number 1 of the series 6 called Lightening Thoughts, and this exercise is 17, which is also called Lightening Thoughts. So if you're pregnant or have a neck injury, be very careful, maybe not even do the exercise at all. In this exercise specifically, it is important that the breathing is slow. If it's too fast, you can easily get disoriented or nausea. So we always start in the 7 gestures, breathing through nose and mouth, and then very slowly lower your chin toward your chest, so the back remains straight, shoulders are a little bit back, and then gently lift the chin up until the chin points to the ceiling. Breathing nose and mouth. And then go forward. We go a few times down and up. If the shoulders are slightly back, the chest is more open. So in Kum Nye, you always focus on the movement or on the posture. So you do Kum Nye with the whole body. Even the parts that are not moving are involved. And your attention is fully in the body and the specific movement. So next time, stay in the middle. After this one, keep going backwards, up, looking up, and returning to the center, and then slowly move your head to the right ear, towards the right shoulder, and then the opposite direction. So the shoulders remain relaxed, they're not coming up. So repeat several times. Feel the movement of the head going from one side to the other. Obviously, we are relaxing and opening the throat in this exercise. The throat is very important for distributing the energies within and without. So then, in the stationary position, the 7 gestures, in this exercise it's suggested to close your eyes and slowly begin to rotate your head clockwise. So you go down to the right shoulder, as if drawing a perfect circle with the top of the head. The shoulders should not move. So this is important. Your attention is in the movement. So if your mind is racing, you move faster, so your attention can connect with the movement. And now start to slow down. Slowing down. So if your attention is in the movement, and you slow down the movement, you slow down the activity of the mind. Most of us skip certain sections as if we kind of jump over them. So once you know which area you're not really aware of the movement, you can go back a little bit and gently go through it, or on your next time around. So every inch, every centimeter, you want to experience the movement. If you skip a section, which is usually always the same area, and there's just a gap, something is happening there that you skip over. Slowly, and this is your last clockwise circle. The top of the head is making a perfect circle. Then stay forward and down for a moment, emphasizing the exhale. The shoulders are a little bit back. And when you're ready, go counterclockwise. So now the movement and the breathing needs to be together. And your attention is right on the top of the head. Drawing a perfect circle with the top of the head. That's where your attention is. So slowing down, but keep moving. Moving, breathing, attention are all together. And stop when you're down and forward. Exhale. And coming up. So usually we do these exercises 3 times. Of course, the relaxation and the opening, the awakening, has more chance to take place if you do it a few times. So we do it 3 times or 9 times. Let's do it a second time. So the chin goes forward and down. We've done the stretching. We go straight into the clockwise rotations. Now try to do it in a fresh new way, not automatically follow the same trajectory. So the breathing, the movement, and the attention are together, making a large circle as you can. And if you feel a tight or painful place, move your head back and forth a little bit, because it will loosen the muscles, it will lengthen the muscles. And there's probably a thought related to that tightness. So as you're rotating, be aware of the whole body. So the whole body, including the feet and toes, are engaged in this movement. It's the last circle, large circle going all the way to the side, and rest forward and down. That's always the point to exhale deeply. And then go counterclockwise, turn to the left. So the practice is in this second round is to be aware of the whole body. Up to the toes, up to the fingertips. Try to slow down. In Kum Nye, if you hurry, it doesn't mean the exercise will be over quicker. It's still the same amount of time. And when you go slower without holding back, there's much more chance to open the field of feeling. In the beginning it's a little tingling or a little movement, but gradually it's a field, infinite field of feeling energy that we open up to, that we are part of. Next time, stay down, exhaling, and coming up momentarily into the 7 gestures. So we will do it in a moment. We will do it one more time. At each circle we have a different focus. The first one is to feel the painful spots and not skipping. Go back and forth and go through it. The second time we were aware of the whole body. And now the third time we will be placing our attention at the skull, where it meets the spine. So go forward and down. And again, start clockwise to the right. So the top of the head is describing a circle. Your attention is completely in the movement and also loosely on the juncture of the skull and the spine. Base of the head where it meets the spine. The text suggests you may feel a special energy here, a sense of your real home. So you need to move slowly in order to experience that, because home in Kum Nye always means a lot of space and a lot of feeling. Let this be the last one. You rest forward and down. Exhaling, shoulders a little bit back. And now for the last time we go counterclockwise to the left. So focus on the top of the head, the movement. Breathing, moving, and attention are together. But now you also have lightly concentration on the juncture of the skull and the spine. There's a special energy here. As if it's a doorway to a much larger space that may feel like your real home. So you're not going anywhere with the movement. The moving is it. Feeling, moving, breathing, all together. And then this special spot. This be the last one. Resting down, exhaling. Then coming up. And as you sit in the 7 gestures, focus on the spine as a channel for the feeling experience. That's how it distributes the feeling experience throughout the body. The spine. Energy is going up and down. It's clear. And as you focus on the spine, the feelings will begin to expand a little larger than the body. On the exhale, it will go further and further. When you transform thoughts, lightening thoughts, it becomes like radiating body energy. This is the second exercise in this series number 6 called Lightening Thoughts. And we're going to do exercise 70, which is called Light Energy. And with every exercise you have to be careful. You never strain, you never go too far. We're generating the internal energy. So the body, it's important, the posture of the body, but doesn't have to be perfect. Symmetrical is important. Now with this exercise and a few others, you need to be very careful if you have neck or back injuries or had an operation last 3-4 months, and also if you are pregnant, be very careful. So you are your judge as you're going along. Raise your left knee and bring your left heel in front of your right ankle, with the sole of your left foot on the floor. Interlace your fingers and clasp your left knee with your hands. Now gradually begin to arch the spine, so the lower back stays in the position, the chest comes up. So arch the spine and the neck backwards, not all the way. And the curve in the spine is graceful, but not extreme. To strengthen the impact of the exercise, pull on your knee, but your foot stays on the ground. Keep your right knee on the floor as much as you can. Now go into the stretch, so you feel the stretch. Energetically, you can maybe increase the intensity. And then without losing any intensity, you relax in the posture, breathing gently and evenly. Now your attention is on energy moving in the spine, upward. Maybe it doesn't for you, but it will. We may not be aware of it, but eventually the spine becomes clear and we can sense what's happening there. Very good. Gently come back. You can stay in this posture, in the upright position. You can keep your knee like this. Or you can go down the 7 gestures and start again. But in this exercise, we do the left side 3 times and then the right side 3 times. So you should know the impact. You should experience the difference. And remember, we do Kum Nye with the subtle body energy system, and we're using the body for that. So don't focus too much on the body, but focus on the experience within. That is what needs to flow and expand. So let's do it a second time, coming up. So the chest goes forward and up. You arch your upper spine, your neck. You can drop your mouth open and looking up. And the looking up helps to have the energy go up the spine. Energy is always looking for a direction. If you don't give it one, it will by default go back to its usual patterns. Light energy. Gently come back, loosen up the neck a little bit to the sides. Very good. Then sitting still, and we prepare for the last time. Now look straight ahead and feel the knee towards the chest. That kind of stimulates the energy in the lower body to go up. So it's not just an upper body exercise, it's actually a lower body exercise that you give direction. Up. Let's go a last time. Arching the upper spine, the chest comes forward. You feel the chest up and up. The mouth may drop open. And don't go back all the way. So while you're in this position, make sure that the components are compact. So you pull the knees. towards the chest. Relax the belly because that energy needs to go up from the lower body up along the spine, looking deep and far up so the energy knows where to go, upward. And gently come back, release elegantly the whole posture, as if water flows in water. Sitting in the 7 gestures. And the first thing you probably will notice is the difference between the left side and the right. Probably the left side is more light energy, lighter energy, less heavy, less dark. Now in Kum Nye, you don't have to do anything in addition to the exercise. You don't need an internal navigation or instructions. The exercise will take care. It's a path of transformation by using the posture, the movements, nothing else is required. A closed, contracted form of energy will transform into an open, light structure, unending. Now bring up the right knee. Clasp the fingers. This is very critical, the tightness towards the chest. So you tighten, make it compact. There's really no stopping, like it's not like, oh, this is good enough. No, you keep pulling. Physically, you cannot go further, but your energy can, as compact as possible. Then you arch the upper spine, so you make the spine open and clear for the energy to move up. Looking up, and that will help the energy to go upward. Looking through the ceiling, through the roof. And don't stop with looking. Just like you don't stop pulling, you don't stop looking. Don't stop this process. Physically, you cannot go further, but your energy can. The more it moves, the greater the kum. Gently straighten, keeping the knee in the same position, but just the spine comes in the straight position. Exhaling, soft, gazed. Now you're probably aware of what's happening on the right side, and the left is probably still neighing, which means kind of internal massaging you. Okay, let's move into the position for the second time. Tighten the knee towards the chest. The idea is to make it compact. It will really push the energy up the spine, arching the spine and the chest open, looking straight above. Mouth may be open. And then being very still, feeling the experience. and releasing very gently. Loosen up the neck a little bit to the left and the right. Very good. Sitting still, keeping the knee up. And let's do it the last time. Again, pull, arch. Emphasize the chest up. Shoulders may go back a little. Also the neck arches, but not entirely. Looking up, deep into space. So the looking doesn't stop, the pulling doesn't stop. The energy keeps in these two directions. So the knees going in and up and up. Light energy. That's what you are embodying. Less heavy, less dark. Light is normal. And very graciously release the posture. Move the neck to the side before you undo the knee. And graciously continue releasing the knee, and we're sitting in the 7 gestures for a few moments. Now, if you connect feelings with the breathing, then on the exhale, the feelings will expand. So your feeling experience is expanding beyond the physical body. That's what you want. Your subtle body energy expands beyond the body into space. Eventually, Kum Nye leads to embodying open space, light energy. We're continuing with number 3 of the series entitled Lightening Thoughts. It's exercise 54, loosening up the self-image. So take a moment to stand well balanced, your back is straight and the arms are relaxed at your sides. So feel both feet on the ground. Then cross your arms in front of your chest with the right one over the left. So if you can, you hold your shoulders, but the upper arms is okay too. But let the elbows hang down. Breathing through nose and mouth. Now cross the right leg over the left and place your right foot next to the left foot. Stay in this position for a while. This is its own posture that's very important to correct any disharmony of energy flows. So there are various flows of energy that make up the human being. And this posture, standing like this, and later the reverse, helps to straighten out any confusion that may have been caused by excessive cell phone use or other electronic devices. Gently breathing through nose and mouth, we begin to slowly bend forward from the waist. Let your head go forward and eventually hang. Hang down. Can you surrender to the position, which is not only the physical position, but also not monitoring, not evaluating, just surrender. This is it. In the beginning, it's always useful to emphasize the exhale. Now slowly rise up. The moving is much more important than going from somewhere to somewhere. Going all the way up, feel your feet on the ground as you arch backwards slightly. Concentrate on the feet. Come straight up, and again, slowly move forward, exhaling, exhaling. And you're all the way forward and down. Let the head hang down. No need to keep your head tight. Muscle, relax. Loosening up the self-image. And the more you focus on the posture, the more lightening of thoughts. The whole body is engaged in this pose. Slowly rise up. Don't skip certain sections of the trajectory, going all the way up, easing through every kind of heaviness or painful area. Arch backwards slightly. So feel the feet, And slowly go forward and down again. Do it differently, a little bit slower, maybe reach a little more. Don't follow the same path because you've been there already. The tension is already melting in that trajectory. See if you can go a little deeper this time. Deeper without straining, making the back longer and longer. All these poses are to stimulate the flow of feeling, thereby calming down overexcited areas and waking up the dormant ones. So your embodiment of energy is much more important than your self-image. Much more reliable, much more informative, much more original and authentic. Coming up, loosening up. Up, arching back. Coming up straight. Now very graciously unfold the arms and place the right foot back. Are certain areas more alive than others, or is it an overall increase of enlightened energies? Then again, place the left foot on the other side. The arms are coming up. This time the left is on the outside. Slow movement, never in a hurry. It's not a physical exercise, it's an energy exercise. And begin to bend forwards and down. Finally, the head hangs down. You may want to go sideways a little bit with the head and then let it drip down. Coming up. Just like before, arch a little bit. Maybe the mouth you like to open up. Concentrating on the feet. Going up straight, arching forward in a new trajectory, something fresh. You can change the speed, you can change a little bit more to the left or the right, you can arch forward. But slower down is always your trump card, that's the best to develop. Not so slow that you're holding back. It's more refined. Quick is kind of gross, coarse. Coming up. In the beginning it's effort. At some point it becomes a light energy. The breath cycle is supporting the movement, arching. Coming forward for the last time. You're all the way forward and down. Let it go, as if the energy could just move, drip down the top of the head into the ground. All the self-image structures are releasing. Let's give them up. They are not yours. What's really yours is embodying your subtle body energy, what lives inside. And how it manifests. If it's flowing, it's yours. It's authentic, it's real. Coming up gently. Never hurry towards the end, because you have been preparing to be in this position of doing Kum Nye. Take your time. Feelings need space and time. Going up. Coming up. And now graciously, slow movement. Leg and arms unfolding. So are there different qualities of feelings being stimulated when you change position? Are they mixing now? Creating a lively neigh? And there's an exercise, and there's a variation of this exercise, which we will do only one time, just to show you. Stand with the feet spread wide apart and cross your arms behind your back. You can hold your forearms or just above the elbow, whatever suits you. Now in this position, slowly bend forward from the waist. The knees are not locked, but they're straight. All the way forward and down. In the beginning, emphasize the exhale. Let your head hang down. Surrender. Embodying this experience. Now very slowly rise on a soft breath, as if the breath is carrying the movement. In Kum Nye, there's less and less effort. As the energy becomes lighter, you will be moving on the rhythms of the breath. It becomes effortless. All the way up and then backwards slightly. Coming back, gently release the arms, don't drop them. You feel them all the way to the end. Bring the legs back, and then very still. We're coming to the final exercise of this series number 6, called Lightening Thoughts. The exercise is 99, Touching Positive Feeling. You do the exercise as much as you can, Not everybody is able to do it perfectly, but going into the posture and doing your best will have the positive impact on the flow of your energies, no question, for sure. So squat on the toes and the balls of your feet. The arms are outside the legs, and place the palms flat on the floor in front of you. The fingers pointing forward. Now look upward towards the ceiling and beyond. Never stop looking, you look through. Now while you keep the palms flat on the floor, slowly lower your head and lift the pelvis up. So the head down and the pelvis up. The heels have been lowered to the floor, and you feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Is there a way that you can relax the feet and the belly? Even breathing is important, not only even through nose and mouth, but the inhale the same as the exhale. If your legs tremble or shake, that's fine. Go a little bit into the shaking because it will release tensions. If you don't have any trembling, it's fine. You don't need to make it happen. Now slowly lower your pelvis again and you begin to lift your head and heels as squatting on the toes and the balls of the feet. Looking up. So when you look up, keep looking, like don't stop at the ceiling. When you feel any sensations, the idea is that you experience them. And if you let the breath join the feelings, they will begin to expand. Maybe in the spine, maybe in the upper body, or the arms or the head. Feel more. So again, keeping your palms flat on the floor, slowly lower your head and lift the pelvis up. Lower your heels to the floor, so the feet are now flat on the floor. Relaxing the belly, so that the breath can easily move in and out. The head is loose. Can you push a little higher? Very good. Now slowly come down and the head is coming up and you're coming on the balls of your feet. Keep going up, looking up vertically, beyond the ceiling, beyond any forms, deep into open space. Touching positive feeling is the name of the exercise. So instead of thinking something, gently echo inside, touching positive feeling, as if the voice goes into every cell of the body. And for a last time, let the head come forward and down, the pelvis is coming up, the feet go flat on the floor, Now you want to push the pelvis higher because that's what stimulates the flow of feeling. It's the lower body that is critical in Kum Nye. That's the engine. That's where the blockages originate. So release the belly's tension and you pump up millimeter higher with your pelvis and your head more forward and down. See, all the chakras are interacting. The head is all the way down below the spine, even the base of the spine, below the root. Everything is in one feeling experience. Slowly come down, and you're going into the 7 gestures. So you return to sitting. Spine straight, shoulders a little back, so the chest is always a little up in Kum Nye. So Nye is the inner massage of feelings. So all the feelings generated through these exercises, mixing with the breath, create an inner movement. That's your Nye. And as Nye strengthens your Kum, and the body of your presence, the body of your space awareness expands. You get a larger sense of space. But we do it through Nye, not through imagination. The more Nye, the greater the Kum. And of course, the stronger the Nye, the more lightening thoughts.